Hey guys, welcome back to the Psalms to God YouTube channel. I am back with my daily devotion journal. I know it's been a minute. So I did a social media fast for 90 days starting in May. So I didn't post any videos for this journal in May, June, or July. So I want to catch you guys up on what I was doing and the themes that I used and what I learned from those themes because let me tell you, May was a doozy. Um, but I will show those in this video as well as some of my August setup. I know I'm late with the August setup, even though I'm not fasting from social media anymore. But a lot of times it's really difficult to film the setup videos in advance, or at least in enough advance to get the videos even at the start of the month or before the month starts the way most bullet journalers do. I think that's because even when I did bullet journals, there's kind of this like standard layout that you do. And you know that, for instance, 1 week takes maybe 2 pages of a spread or like a full spread. And so you can kind of map out, like, okay, there's, 4 weeks. So I need, you know, 4 pages, one per week or whatever. And these are the other pages that I'm going to put up front. And so it's kind of easy to predict where that's going to end and where you can start the next month. So even if it's the middle of July, you can go ahead and start setting up for August. And I assume that's how most bullet journalers film their content. But because this is a daily devotion and I'm taking notes as I read, and maybe I stop and do a word study, maybe I, correlate it to another passage. Maybe I saw a sermon about that topic and I start talking about things that happened in the sermon. I'm never really sure how much I'm going to write each day. So I might take up a whole page one day, or I might take up half a page, or it might only be a couple of sentences. So I never know where the next month's pages will actually start until I get really close to the end of the month. So it's usually like, for instance, the beginning of August, I didn't know where the August pages were going to start until about like July 28th, July 29th. And that's when I could look at it and be like, okay, I think this is where the page will start. But by the time I actually start filming that and then I have to edit the video, then you get the video on August 8th. So I apologize that I'm not really able to give you guys videos so you can set up the month with me, but hopefully you guys still enjoy seeing what I've done for the setup. And I'm thinking of some things that maybe I can do to help remedy that as I move forward. And we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Nonetheless, let's get under the camera and look at the journal. So here is my journal that you guys are familiar with. Um, I did a couple of things while I was on my social media hiatus. I created this little insert. I realized after the fact I didn't really create a table of contents, so I wasn't really sure where each month fell. And I kept having to go back and reference where I had saved what fruit theme I wanted to use each month. So I went ahead and created this out of like a scrap piece of paper. And I just kind of have it sitting here. I could tape it in, but I haven't done that yet. I don't think I know where I want to tape it. So that I added. And then I was gone for May, June, and part of July. So I did want to show you guys just kind of a little preview of what I did during those months. So in May, I did a blackberry theme, and I chose this really crazy intricate font. I thought it would look cool with the simpleness of the blackberries. Um, I regretted this probably like 3 days after I chose it. I went with this kind of green and silver and black theme. I don't really mind the colors, they're okay, but like writing this out was so cumbersome. A lot of these headings with the little doodles, I didn't finish until like 2 weeks after I got into that section. Some of them I didn't finish into like June. But overall, I learned a lot. Um, it was fun studies. For those who are new to the channel, I'm doing the Gospels. So everything is from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. and I've kind of interleaved them to study them like chronologically. So, um, yeah, it was a good month. Struggled a little with my artistic decisions. And I think I've mentioned this multiple times on the channel, but for those who are new, one thing I am a huge advocate of is keeping things simple, trying to choose things that you, or I in this case, can do consistently. There's this balance of something that brings you joy that you want to work on if you're an artistic person, but also something that even though maybe it brings you joy, it's not like difficult to do because that gives you anxiety. I feel like in May, I experienced a lot of anxiety over the design of the pages and what they would look like. So May was a bit difficult for me. And so I went to correct that in the month of June. So I ended up doing cherries in June, and I was a little nervous because red is not my favorite color. Red is actually my least favorite color. But I had a lot of fun with this. It's a little hard to read on screen, but it's not that bad in person. I used this like cherry red and teal theme for all of my stuff. And I use a much simpler font. It's kind of cool. You can see like a capital letter inside a block letter. And then I just used kind of this fun like font for the headings. And this turned out pretty well. It was kind of more of a happy color palette that I enjoyed, as well as the cherries were pretty simple to draw and the fonts were easy, so I didn't have any anxiety. And because I didn't have to think about the art, in June, I started really getting into the actual studies. I did make a podcast episode. I don't think I released it on the YouTube channel, but I made a podcast episode on like multiple things that I was pulling out of these studies, things that I caught when I reread The Woman Caught in Adultery, things I read and caught. I can't remember. It was one of the studies before this. Um, just stuff that was like really standing out to me, really speaking to me, and like things that I felt like made a difference in my present life, not just like, oh, I'm just reading this, oh, this is a parable. And that's really the goal of the journal, which kind of goes back to what I try to tell myself and what I encourage you guys to do is to make sure that the parts that are fun, the art parts, are things that are just kind of fun and background and that you don't have to think that hard about, because then you can focus on the actual biblical text, the actual fun of it, and just kind of enjoy spending that time with God. So it was a great, great month in June for studying. And then we got to July, and July was still kind of this red theme. And I was like, I don't know why I picked these fruits back to back. But I did go more of like a pinkish for the watermelon and a little bit more bright green than teal. And once again, I tried to pick fonts that were fun but simple. And um, again, I really enjoyed the color scheme. It's happy, it's bright, so it gave me like happy feelings, but I kept it simple. I mean, the watermelon is basically a triangle with some seeds in it. So that kept me from having to think too hard. Again, I just chose basic simple fonts for my headings, and I was able to focus on what I was learning as opposed to getting tied down with the details of the drawings. I did not get on, I mean, I did go back to social media mid month, but because I wanted to show you guys all of it, I didn't really show any of this month of July. Um, but I continued with my little watermelon theme. This was a lot of leading up to the resurrection. This is the section that contained a bunch of stuff on Lazarus, which really did make me stop and kind of ask a bunch of questions. Um, Particularly thinking about the story of the rich man and Lazarus, which scholars think this was not supposed to be applicable to Lazarus, who dies and is resurrected from the dead. But there's some interesting passages in there that I just kind of, I probably could have studied that for the entire month um, and not moved forward. But I did move forward. And that's one of the things. Like, it's fun to do these studies, but sometimes I want to go a little deeper. And usually, then I just kind of make a note to myself, and I figure I'll put those in my other journals where I just do studies on my own. But yeah, so that is the month of July. And here we are in August. So it's time to do the August setup.
So for the month of August, I am doing an apple theme, and I couldn't really decide what color apples I wanted to do. We know I didn't want to do red, but if I'm being honest, red is really what I think of when I think of an apple, even though I don't even like eating red apples. So I decided that I was going to do all three, yellow, green, and red. And so the theme for this month is this combination of yellow, green, and red. And it's mostly going to be on the teachings of Christ around his teachings on discipleship. We're getting pretty deep into the Gospels at this point, since we're also pretty deep in the year. And I am really excited about what the month of August brings for this study. I do not have the full setup video because my camera died midway. I really wish my camera would charge while it is connected to my computer, but it doesn't. And honestly, a lot of times it takes me a while to draw out these spreads, either because I'm indecisive about what I'm drawing, or I'm just thinking hard, or I'm a slow drawer. I'm not really sure, but it did cut out on me while I was doing this, so I apologize for that. As usual, I set this up like the other pages. I have this main page that has a calendar and the theme for the month, plus a couple of doodles of the fruit for the month. And then I have a reading plan page where I write out the dates and what verses I plan to read for that day or that set of days. And it has a heading. They're broken up into little sections. There's 4 sections each month. It's not quite a week for each, even though I've been calling them week 1, week 2, week 3. I I'm not actually putting 7 days in each one. I should be calling them section, but we're over halfway through the year, so I'm not changing it now. Also, on this page, I usually include a color swatch. It helps me keep track of what pens I've been using, and I plan to use throughout the month. That way, I can tidy up my desk at any point and I don't have to worry about, oh, what pen was I using here, which happens to me quite a lot. Uh, I guess that is a selling point for not having lots of art supplies. You don't get them mixed up. But if you have a ton of them, leaving yourself a mental note of how you created the doodles, or what colors you're using for headings and things like that is a good way to keep track of your stuff. So I usually stick that at the end of the reading plan page. And then I do a gratitude log and a prayer page. And that's just where I list out my gratitude each day and I keep up with all of my prayers for the month. So I am really excited about the month of August. I'm excited to be back sharing videos with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you are also spending time with God and learning in whatever way works for you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.